This is my angry face. Good morning. Hey everybody, I'm Rob Booker. Welcome if you're just joining us now. I'm Rob Booker, the best-selling author of Adventures of a Currency Trader and Trading by Faith. And here's round two on our binary options trading for this morning, Wednesday, September 19th, 2021. I'm happy to have you here. Today's broadcast is sponsored by Soylent. It's not actually true, but I do love this stuff. It's a complete meal replacement made of human and chocolate. Well, today we did round one unsuccessfully, paid too much for an option that expired worthless. But during the broadcast this time around, round two, we are going to watch the crude oil inventory report come out. That's pretty cool. And we are going to see some interesting candle formations because what it seems like this hour of binary options trading is the interesting hour. Leave a comment on the video, say hello, subscribe to the channel. That helps a lot if you do that. And tomorrow we'll give away an iPad. We already gave away an iPad this month, an Oculus Rift, and the gifts just keep on coming. All right, let's pull up the charts here and see what we can do. Okay, last hour, we were selling the Australian dollar and we just missed it. I want to go long the Australian dollar now, if I can, and I'll explain it later, like tomorrow. No, really, I'll explain it today. Okay, risk 12 to make 88. That's fine. Okay, let's take a look. What we looked at last hour is that the Australian dollar is trying to rise up and hit this monthly pivot. And that monthly pivot is at approximately 72.73. 20 pips higher than where we are right now. We also are not yet overbought, and the RSI is rising. Mojo rising. And we have these, look at that long wick on that candle. That was beautiful. With 3 minutes and 7 seconds left to go, I'm not worried if this contract expires worthless. And I'll repeat something that I said earlier today. What I will often do is trade one contract, have a small loss, trade another contract, have a small loss. And then after the third or fourth contract, start to kind of get a feel for the market and how things are working. Our loss is smaller. This could go profitable. It doesn't need to go up that high in order to go profitable. It seems like at least we're going to close above 72.55. But I'm not going to risk 74 to make 25. I'm saying that out loud so that I don't do it. It's just as much to convince myself as it is to convince you. Let's put this behind me. Let's put this behind us. Ooh, this is going to go profitable. 72.58, $19, $22. Let's just take it. That was fantastic. What just happened? Wow. Hey, small win. Boom. I'll take it. Now, I closed that right away when I saw that go profitable. And the reason I closed it right away is that it wasn't likely to be profitable in the first place. And any amount of gain was fantastic. I risked 11, made about 22. That's perfectly awesome. Let's keep an eye on these because it seems like we're going to get another crack at this. It seems like price is really waking up here. That means the pound yen might end up being interesting. 52 seconds left to go. I think the pound yen might finally make that bullish move we've been waiting for it to make. Been waiting all my life. Yeah, with 37 seconds left to go. Wow, we could, oh, for a moment there I thought we could still go long one of these at the very end of the contract. We could not. Okay, that doesn't look so fantastic, but look, it's breaking above a little mini trend line. It's printing some bullish candles. It's the 9 o'clock Central Time hour. Could we get in at a 147.50? 51? Could we get something? Risk 59? No. No. No, no, no. As Megan Trainor said. Look at these bizarre candles. Super giant, long wick, no body on this candle. So up, sideways, down, bullish, star, hamoji, long wicks, no candle body, kind of doubling up on the bearishness, I mean on the bullishness here, printing basically a bottom. RSI not quite overbought yet, maybe ready to go overbought, so maybe ready for one more push higher. I don't care if it falls, I'm not in a trade right now. I want to be. Wow, I really like this. What was I going to do earlier with the dollar Canadian? I was going to buy that too. Didn't fall far enough, forget it. I'm not doing anything here just quite yet. Had a nice trade right out of the gate. Don't want to ruin that. Had a reasonably bad session last hour. And I need to make up some lost ground. I think we're going to go bullish here on the Australian dollar. Could we risk 5 to make 95? Yes, we could. Yes, we can. See if that trade will open. It did open. Fine. Do that every day. I would do that every single time. Here are the things that we look for. We look to pay as little as possible for a contract. Because the less we pay, the more likely it is that it can go profitable. Number 2, I try to trade the contract if I can in the first minute of the contract. I made an exception here, but upon further consideration, I probably wouldn't have done it. I mean, all things considered, paying the least amount possible for the contract is the most important element. But the second most important element is giving the contract as long as possible to go profitable. And so we kind of broke that rule. With 2 minutes and 4 seconds left to go and price falling here, you can see the Australian dollar is falling right here. That's pretty clear to me now that this isn't going to be a profitable trade. And like I said, it may take me 2 or 3 cracks at the market here to really figure out what's going on. Pound yen, not doing anything. Might as well just stop looking at that. Euro US dollar's going oversold. Oh, I like this. This is going to be a buy trade too. So the euro US dollar is going to be a buy trade. The Australian dollar, US dollar is going to be a buy trade. I like this. So this contract, I'm going to lose $5 on this one. I don't care. I mean, it seems obvious that we wouldn't care about losing such a small amount. I'm going to organize my I don't need those. Trying to get to the point where I can show you the most amount on the screen. Look at that, the euro US dollar could end up being a really nice buy trade, along with the Australian dollar US dollar. After a candle this gigantic, a bullish move seems beautiful. But the euro US dollar is oversold. So I want to buy this. Let's see, 1654, 1653, 1657. It's a little bit expensive. Not going to do it. Too expensive. I want to do it. But I'm going to let this fall a little bit further, maybe. Got anything interesting on the Australian dollar, US dollar? That's going to come up on a buy trade, too. That may give me a cheaper 72.53, yeah. It's not great, but it's not bad. Yeah, that's bullish. I don't think it opened. Yeah, it got too expensive. So they couldn't fill the trade. Worth it every time, though. Pull these together. Euro US dollar. 1657. Too expensive. Risk 50 to make 50. No way. Even though I want to do that. I'm going to wait one more candle. Back to the Australian dollar. Printing a little bit of bullishness, but it's probably got at least one more bearish move in it. One more bearish move. Yeah, the euro being oversold and everything is just clearly the better one. If we can hang on for just another candle, I think we're going to get the trade that we're looking for. And then if we can hang on until the 30-minute past the hour mark, we're going to get the crude oil report, and that could be fascinating. We could have a lot of fun maybe putting an order in on the dollar Canadian before that comes out. Focus on the euro US dollar like I try to encourage everyone to do, but sometimes don't take my own advice. I'm going to focus on this one. Everything is too expensive right now. $19 to make 80, $17 to make 87, not going to do it. $17 to make 83, not 87. I like the bullish side of things. We've been falling all morning long. The Euro session is coming to a close, not quite closed, but people are leaving work. They're starting to drink already in London. Well, they started to drink at lunchtime. And the Asian session and the New York session will take away from whatever the Euro session did. So what traders did in London can be reversed by the traders in the United States. And what the traders in the United States do can be reversed by the traders in Asia. And what the traders do in Asia can be reversed by Captain Marvel and the Avengers. Okay. Let's see if on the very next candle, we're here on the 11th green, Bob, and it looks like Tiger Woods is trading binary options instead of looking at the putts. He is a putts. Just kidding, he's not. I don't know anything about him. Hey, candle, what are you doing? Show me your secrets. Show me the money. This is looking bullish on the euro US dollar. I'm liking the way that you are. I like the way you move tonight. It's all in the way you move. Move it and shake it, you dirty euro candle. I want to be bullish. 1660, 1663. Whoa, what is up with these expensive options? I didn't authorize these prices. These prices are clearly deranged. I mean, as a bargain hunter, this is ridiculous. I'll do another 72.53 maybe. If I look perplexed, it's because I am. I bought one, 72.53. It's got to close above 72.53. This one ought to go profitable. I mean, it just ought to go profitable because I want it to. But also, there we go, we're profitable. Nice. Can you go into, it's not going to go into profit. So any money I can make off of this is a win. Let's do a limit. I paid 11. Can we get out at 17? Could we get out at 15? Let's put a limit order in. That'll be a working order. That's not working very hard. Yeah, that's, maybe I had my chance there. Open your wonders to me, you exotic Forex candle. Come on. Ooh, there we go. Come on. You got it. You got it. Let's do it. Up we go. Come on. Chop, chop. 2 minutes left. It's like trying to get the kids out of the house in the morning for school. Get your shoes on. Put your backpack on. Get that attitude straightened up. This was doing so well. Whoa. Yes. Did you see that? It suddenly jumped up and we got our profit. Ooh, look at that. We're going to finish above 72.49, but not necessarily above 72.53. Oh, that was nice. Paid 11. That's trading for 31 right now. That was good. I should have bought a few more of those. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Nobody cares, Booker. Anything we can do on the euro here? 1663. It's not going to close above 1663. It is going to close above 1659. Should we pay 81 to make 20? Oh, I want to do that really badly. Well, that temptation was strong. But that's paying way too much. Even though that was actually going to be a great trade. The longer in the session we go, and the more confident I become about direction, the dumber I get on risk to reward. as I become more sure of myself as far as the direction is concerned, I start feeling like I can break the rules of risk management. As we get 10 minutes away from the oil inventory report, I'm realizing that I got to find a dollar Canadian contract. Can I get something here that would benefit from a jump upward? Pay $6, pay $8. So if it jumps upward, that goes profitable. And then if it falls lower, it could go profitable. Sure, let's do this. So if the dollar Canadian jumps up after the release of the oil report, we want to make some money. And if it drops lower, we want to make some money. It didn't take that trade. See if we can do that again. Sell one of those bad boys. There we go. All right, maybe the other one didn't open. There we go. Oh, that's the one that didn't open. The buy trade. Fine. There we go. Okay, so we got some exposure to the dollar Canadian coming up on the inventory report. We'll talk more about that when the report is released. For now, we want to keep an eye on the euro US dollar as well, on these 5-minute options. Okay, nothing's happening there. So let's take a minute and we'll talk about, you didn't see any of that. That's really annoying, I know. Sorry about that. All right, oil inventory is going to come out in the next 10 minutes. Price could jump up above this or fall down below this level. And I want to benefit if price is rising above this level or dropping below this level or getting close to either of those levels. So I bought one option that profits if price goes up, and I sold one that profits if price goes down. And then after the oil inventory report, and the Canadian dollar is correlated with oil, so it should move. Maybe not a lot, but it'll give me 30 minutes after the release of the report to start moving. And in the meantime, we can trade a little bit of this euro. Can we pay maybe too much for this one? Could we just do it? I'm really tempted to overpay for this euro situation. Oh, I had a chance to spend 30 to make 70. No, spend 70 to make 30. Oh, I really want to take this trade even though it's not smart. Can I get in at 81? Did it take it? It did. So this is going to profit if we close above 1661. The current price right now is 1663. There's only 1 minute left to go. This trade should go profitable. Yeah, it is. 14 bucks in the bag. Well, it thought it was in the bag. Am I long 2 of those? Oh. I guess I bought another one. The things you do when you're not paying attention. Well, that'll be fine. I'll take that. It's going to close above 1661 with 27 seconds left to go. It's at 1665. It shows a loss right now, but that's going to change into a gain. How did the dollar Canadian suddenly go so profitable? Do you see this one down here? How did that go so profitable? And the euro is just killing me, Smalls. Okay, I took a big loss on the euro. What the heck? What was that about? All right, so what's going on with the... Let's fix this euro situation, first of all. 1665. Can we close above 1665? I had a really nice... That's why you don't overpay. Oh, man, we're going to have a conversation about that in a minute. What in the world happened with the dollar Canadian? Holy smokes, it jumped up. That's beautiful. Oh, both of those positions were profitable for a moment. Wow, that was really profitable for a second. I paid $10 for those. These are going to be super valuable. Let's focus on that for just a minute and put a limit order in. I paid 10. I'd take 70. But if it goes into profit again, okay, let's just take care of that first. And then let's go work on the euro. All right, euro. Okay, first of all, let's have a conversation. I overpaid for a euro contract, which is exactly what I said just a minute ago that I was prone to do. We went through this yesterday. So the further in the session we go, the dumber I seem to get. And then that trade went profitable, and I tried to close it. It didn't close, and then I just kind of like assumed that everything was going to be fine. And with like 30 seconds left to go in that contract, fudge muffin. Anyway. Okay. Back to business. Let's see how our, we're making all of that money back today at some point in this dollar Canadian. Up $102. Profits if we stay above $29.89. And right now it's above $29.89. It's at $29.94. So our dollar Canadian trade is super awesome, as you can see. It doesn't fully make up for the idiotic stupidity of paying too much for a euro contract, but it's helping dull the pain. This could end up being really nice. If we stay above $29.94, I probably should just take this money. That is beautiful. I really should just take this money. Up 96, paid 10. I could put a limit order in. I mean, we're so close to the price that I was asking for. I'm going to put a limit order in that would make about $110 on that. And we'll see if we can get it. The other option is going to expire worthless because the price isn't going to fall. Well, at least it's unlikely to. In the meantime, I want my money back from the euro. It owes me $175. Seriously. That's one of the dumbest things I've done. It's one of those decisions that if you make it and it turns out great, you feel like a genius. Oh, look at this. I can close both of these at a profit. Look at those dollar Canadian. That is really interesting. Let's see if I can. Took some money on the short side. That's pretty fascinating. I'll just take money on both sides of that trade. I closed the dollar Canadian with money. Why not? I mean, seriously. Did you notice that that move happened before the oil inventory report was even released? Like with 5 minutes before it was released? That was enjoyable. I'm going to do that a lot more. Risk a very small amount of money before the news comes out. Okay, back to the euro. The euro owes me $175. Doesn't owe me anything. Did the Australian dollar ever jump up? Not really. Nope. I'm just doing a little pondering here. Trading at 1662. We could go long something, but get stuck in the same problem we had before, which is like with almost no time left. The only time I don't mind trading a binary option close to expert is when there's almost no chance that it's going to be unprofitable. Like right now, it seems really likely that we're going to close above 1663. So let's do it. So maybe we can, oh, of course, now it's going to fall back lower. This is one of those days where you get to learn from my moronic behavior. Do you like learning from my mistakes? I tell you, it is shown to me over and over again how important it is to not overpay. I paid 61. I'll take 70. Can we make just a little bit of profit here? 1 minute left to go. Can we stay? Let's delete this working order in the dollar Canadian. Let's delete this order in the euro. With 1 minute left to go, we're staying above 1663. This should expire in the money, and it's in the money with 1 minute left to go. If it's in the money with 1 minute left to go, you got to think, yeah, we're doing all right. I overpaid for it. Generally, if I overpay for something, I need to close it as soon as it goes even remotely profitable. But today you're watching me be a dummy. Hope you're enjoying that. I have almost no margin for error with 48 seconds to go. It needs to stay exactly where it is for the next 40 seconds. Up $15, but there's a maximum of $38.50 available to me, and I want all of it. Let's just zoom in here, come on, so you can just see it real close. Let's watch this either expire worthless. 1312. At 1664, it's got to stay above 1664 for 6 more seconds. And it did. So that should be another 40 bucks or so. Making back this stupid loss that I took one bit at a time, climbing my way out of this hole. Let's see how the US dollar, Canadian dollar is doing. Look at this after this oil report. Just all over the place. I'm sure that there are those of you out there that are wondering how we did what we did. Once again, I'll go over it since we have a minute here if you're interested. We knew the oil inventory report was coming out, and price was trading below, well, price was at $29.60 at the time. And it was trading inside of this range right here. And so what we did was we paid like $10. And if price jumped upward, we had the chance to make 90. And down below, we paid $7 and had the chance to make 93 if price dropped. Turned out that before the oil inventory report came out, price just shot upward. And we had a huge unrealized profit. Would have been great to have a limit order waiting to just take the money and run. And then price dropped back down, and even these contracts way down here became profitable, even though price was all the way up here. I ended up closing this one for $50 and this one for $12. Made money on both sides. In a more organized and perfect world, I would have had a limit order in to take all of the possible profit I could after that jump upward. I didn't have that in place though. I'll have it in place next time. And as all of you who have been watching this morning know, I overpaid for a euro contract earlier today. And with 30 seconds left to go, it went unprofitable. I went from potentially making $24 to losing $175 and feeling like a complete dummy. All right, with 2 minutes left to go, it's very likely that we're going to stay above 1661, but there's no chance I'm going to pay $97 to make $3. We could pay $62 to make $40. But that means price has to definitely stay above 1665. And I think that's a little bit too expensive. Okay, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was fine. Now it's too expensive. That would have been a quick $15 to $20 win. Once again, I don't know how to say it, but the later in the session, the more confident I feel, and the more likely it is that I'm going to break my risk management rules. I mean, it's either true or it's not true, right? So I got to admit it. Wow, even that 1669 contract went profitable. That was really cheap. I could have bought that one. Wow, that's interesting. Finally getting this jump upward. Dollar Canadian is falling back to where it was before the inventory report came out. I may not get my money out of this euro. I may not get my money back on that one. Gosh, even the 1673 contract went profitable. Whoa. Missed the boat on that one. Could we get a bearish one here? I know I'm sitting here in silence, being careful. Got a big bullish candle here, at least for the 5-minute chart. That's a big bullish candle. Want to be careful about what I do. Let's just do the rounds here and see. Haven't checked in on the pound dollar lately. Almost overbought. Even though it really hasn't moved that much. Pound dollar, 31.53. Probably staying below 31.53. Risk 28 to make, no, risk 70 to make 30. Sounds like another terrible idea. With 3 minutes left to go, not going to do that, but I can even do a worse one. I can risk 90 to make $11. Yeah, that's not overbought yet. Euro's jumping up a bit. $16.73. It's likely to stay above there. How much time do we have left on this? 2 minutes left to go? I'm going to consider it. It's too expensive now. Oh, that's not too expensive. Stay above 16.73. 1 minute 54 seconds left. Nah, that just seems too dangerous. I'm not going to do that one. I will occasionally overpay for something, but not that. I got close to taking that trade, and that would have been terrible. That's when you know you probably should start shutting it down. Well, our second half of trading was certainly more interesting than the first. I mean, you got to admit, watching that oil inventory report come out was pretty fantastic. 1 minute left to go. Can we stay above 16.73? Oh, please. We're so barely above that number. It seems like it's going to fall below that number. Yeah, it did. Wow. With 37 seconds left to go, I almost took this trade and would deeply regret it. I would really have made a gigantic mistake. Yeah, I would be kicking myself right now. I'll probably kick myself later anyway for the stupid decision I made earlier in the first place. But that was fun to trade the oil inventory report. I did enjoy that very much. Okay, got another candle in the euro. I'm not really feeling bullish or bearish anymore. It's kind of like, doesn't really seem to have a whole lot of direction. We could risk 29 or less if it falls below 1669. Let's try that one out. Oh, that's working. Nope. It was such a good idea that I couldn't get the trade filled. See if I can get this one filled. All right, so it's got to close below 1669. And we're already a little bit profitable. Just put an order into might just take any amount of money that this gives me. Good, that's a win. I want to close on a happy note. That was a win. Close on a happy note. The lessons are just simple and repetitive. I overpaid for a contract and I got burned big time. I mean, it took the biggest loss that I've taken, period, ever, in this binary options business, because I overpaid for a contract. And then simultaneously in this session, I paid as little as possible for a contract and had a really sizable win on the dollar Canadian before the oil inventory report. That's the lesson. Don't pay too much for this stuff, and then you'll be fine. I'm going to keep going at this today. I'll record a video or two and see if anything interesting happens. So if I can get my revenge on the euro, I will let you know. I'll see you later, everybody. We'll give away an iPad tomorrow. So come back tomorrow. We'll go live 9 a.m. Central Time. It seems to be the prime time for doing this. I love you all. I'll see you tomorrow.